now 79 years old and living in Missouri. And what exactly prompted the Calumet City Police to take another look? A phone call from a 28-year-old man who'd grown up hearing stories about the murder from his grandmother. I'm joined now by Karen Snider's daughter, Paula Larson, and by Kevin Seeley, the man who placed that call, and as it turns out, a man who was Paula's fourth cousin. Welcome to both of you. Paula, it's just an incredible story, honestly. To think back, you were, I think, 2 months old when your mother was so viciously murdered. You never got a chance to even know her. But how does it feel to know that almost 6 decades later, there's a suspect arrested and charged?
It's very surreal. It's pretty unbelievable. I never thought that we would get here, and if it weren't for Kevin's call, we wouldn't be here.
I think that's the next biggest question. Kevin, you have, up until now, discovering that you're fourth cousins with Paula, you really didn't have much of a connection other than hearing your grandmother's stories once upon a time. Why did you pick up the phone and say, it's time to reopen this?
Sitting at the kitchen table with my grandma, she would talk about it every once in a while. I've probably heard the story about 5 times, and then I ended up reading the story and seeing what happened to her, and she deserves justice, and it's been well overdue.
I mean, I'll say 57 years. Paula, I don't understand how it is possible that that suspect showed up as a pallbearer at your mom's funeral with cuts, and that his wife has said he had them that night and washed his clothes and was agitated. Why was it that they didn't actually look into him further and make the arrest back then?
I do believe that, from what I'm told, that he was noticed that day, and that's when the police started to question him. But they didn't have enough evidence to arrest him. Charge him, I should say.
Wow, it's so hard to believe, right? And there's pictures of him. He's free due to his age and health. Apparently, he's not being remanded in custody. He's awaiting his trial as a free man, right? Like, this is sort of incredible to think that he's been out for so long, 57 years of freedom, and it continues. I do want to ask, and either one of you can answer this, but what is the suspected connection, other than the fact that he was, you know, the co-worker of the husband? What was the connection to Karen? Why would he murder Karen? What are the theories?
From what I've been told, the 2 gentlemen, my father and this man, were co-workers, and their wives were friends. And other than that, I couldn't speculate why this happened. I mean, you can imagine. But I don't have any facts.
Yeah, so many years later, couldn't even imagine. And again, he's only charged; he's not convicted at this time, James Barbier. But right. Paula, what would justice look like to you in this case?
Justice, if he is convicted, then he should serve what he's got coming to him. He should go to jail for the rest of his natural life. And that would be the end of that story.
And Kevin, I mean, it seems so many years removed from you and your generation, but what would justice feel like and look like and be for you?
Same thing as Paula. He needs to be convicted and just spend the rest of his natural life in prison, where he belongs. Should have been there for 57 years now. So
he's already been on probation for 57
yes.
years.
That's a good way of putting it. Paula Larson and Kevin Seeley, thank you both so much. We want to follow this, so please come back on the program and let's find out what happens together. Thank you for this tonight.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.